problems, but a mortgage ain't one.
I'm waking up to ash and dust. I wipe my brow and I so wet my eyes.
All right, this is for one simple kit or a simple kit. I keep forgetting. Sorry, your name with the Explorer. I think it's a simple kit. And for Steve, Explorer Steve, and Josh Holland with his Explorer, and Happily Houses with his Explorer. Everybody else that's got an Explorer has one of these fantastic fans. And there is a design flaw, as most roof vents over time blow off and you end up having to replace the lids. They're one of the most commonly replaced parts on an RV. Even if it's just parked with it open in the wind, sometimes they start rattling around. Well, this is one of the reasons why. Right here, sorry about that, the camera guys. With this particular model, and probably the same with all Fantastic fans, pretty close, this is connected to there, and the other hole on this metal bracket is connected to there. But you see, on the roof vent, the screws just go through plastic. And the plastic eventually gives way and breaks off. And then the roof vent just flops around, and then you don't even realize it, and then one day it blows off. And that's why they break. So instead of replacing my lid, one of them started to crack. I noticed it was getting a bit looser than normal. My friend Vince just took a couple pieces of aluminum and made aluminum brackets so they can't break off that easily. And we got longer screws actually that don't go just through the aluminum and the plastic. They actually come out the other side, as you can see right there. Now for me it's not a big deal because I'm putting the MaxxAir vent cover over top of this soon anyways, but I just wanted to show you guys, so it's a little easy upgrade that will save you from having to replace your roof vent. Just from the stress of shaking around in the wind, and also whenever the motor kicks on, it starts lifting up. That bottom piece there, that's where all the pressure is, and it starts pushing up the roof vent. So you got a metal bracket pushing on a little flimsy piece of plastic, so that's kind of a stupid design. But anyway, so we're modifying it here so that it's got a little more structural integrity.
I'm breaking in, shaping up, and checking out on the prison bus. This is it, the apocalypse. Whoa.
That was pretty painless. It's down nice and tight now. And it's not going to blow off that easily. So the next order of business is these brackets have to be actually bolted right onto the frame of this vent. You're not supposed to put these on the Fantastic fans, the MaxxAirs. They sell special ones for the Fantastic fans that are huge, and they go off the back, and I don't have room for it because of where the solar panel is. However, I did some research online, and there are plenty of RV owners that put this cover on the Fantastic fan, and it works just fine. So there's a little bit of fear-mongering going on from MaxxAir, probably to sell you the more expensive vent, which has a bigger opening on the back they say is needed for a high-powered fan. However, the RV owners that have tried it say they don't notice any difference, and it works just fine. Now, I can't just bolt through the side of the vent though and put the screw in on the other side, or put a bolt in on the other side, because we can't get to the inside frame of the Fantastic fan. It's boxed in, as you saw just a couple minutes ago. So we're going to put some screw inserts in that the screws go into from the outside. That way you don't have to bolt anything on the inside. So I just have to put these around four corners. The MaxxAir vent cover needs to be off the roof. You do not bolt it directly to the roof, because any water that splashes into the vent when it's raining needs to have a way to get out, so they tell you never to put it down on the roof. And I think you guys might remember a while ago, Pneumatic Fanatic Eric with his old Class C, he had one of these covers on his roof vent, and it was bolted directly to the roof, and then it started flooding inside. That's why you do not do that. So it should be off the roof by 1 or 2 centimeters at least. So, well, I think it'll probably be off the roof about 1 centimeter. It doesn't matter as long as water can get out, anything that would splash in. And then I will be able to leave it open because of that conflict I have in the winter time. This has the rain sensor on it, and the motor automatically kicks in and closes the roof vent when it starts raining. Unfortunately, when you're cooking inside in the winter, all of a sudden you could now die because your stove's on and your roof vent's closed. Plus it gets very moist inside, everything starts getting wet because you're not ventilating the place. And the Explorers don't have stove fans. This is the stove fan, and that's what they designed it for. It's got a heat sensor on it, so when you start cooking, it automatically opens. But when it starts raining at the same time, it automatically closes. And the rain sensor overrides everything else. So it'll stay closed and you can't reopen it until it's dry. So now with this cover on it, I'm going to be able to, basically the rain sensor is irrelevant now. Now I will control it only with the thermostat inside or the on-off switch, because it'll stay open now when it's raining and I'm cooking. So and then that's the way I want it. I really did not like the rain sensor thing. I think that it's more of a pain in the ass than anything else. Plus, I really won't need the rain sensor when I've got the cover over it anyway. It doesn't matter if you leave it open. By the way, guys, this is a blackout MaxxAir. They come in 3 different styles. The white, the frosted white, the slightly tinted, just like the roof vent cover, but they're still transparent, or the blackout version. This one, no light gets through. It's completely blacked out. Nutserts.
Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Radioactive, radioactive. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Radioactive, radioactive.
That works.
I'll raise my flag, don my clothes.
Not too tight, you don't want to break the plastic. And so there's another really good reason to put one of these on your roof. So FYI, anyone doing this and wants to put on the regular MaxxAir cover onto a fantastic or other high-powered fan vent, another thing that you can do if you're worried about having decreased airflow coming in, or going out in this case with this fan, is you can drill additional holes along the bottom of the MaxxAir cover, which will just allow a little more ventilation for the high-powered fan. Especially if you're going to run it on high, you might notice it won't work quite as well, but it's pretty good. Now, when the motor comes up, I tested it already. The motor turns on and the vent lid comes up, and as soon as it hits the top of this, it shuts off, but the fan stays on. So you don't have to worry about ruining your motor or anything like that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Radioactive, radioactive. Whoa, whoa. Keep on rocking in the free world.
Freedom is sexy. JustIncredible.tv.
Stick up for freedom. Get your Keep on Rockin' in the Free World sticker now at justincredible.net.